our webinar. Got it. Start. Get rid of this. Okay. Hello. Good morning. It is Monday here at MHMA Academy, and I have a special guest. I'm Ann Fawcett. I'm the admission director, and I have
Haley Gibson, and I'm a freshman.
She's a freshman. We thought we would, since we just sent out all of our acceptances to our 8th grade students, and then some of our boarding students got their acceptances in the mail. We thought we would talk about what it's like being a freshman. So, okay, first off, Haley, let's see, talk about where you're from, what are you involved in, yada, yada, yada.
Okay, I'm from Atchison, born and raised. I've been involved in volleyball, and I'm going to be on the golf team. And I'm like, yeah.
And you went to St. Benedict's?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what was, if you can remember, what was the first 2 weeks like here?
The 2 weeks, it was like a big shock.
Okay.
Like the first week, I had no clue what I was doing. But then it started getting like a little easier, just like routine. And then like a lot of the upperclassmen were really helpful. The teachers were helpful. And it was just like really nice to like have people around you that were kind of in the same boat.
Okay.
Especially like the boarders, like they obviously had no idea. But like it was kind of nice just knowing that like, okay, there's other people here that like don't know what they're doing. So like I'm not alone, you know?
Okay. And you had two siblings? No, one sibling go here? Two siblings, yeah. So it's not like she didn't know what the school was like.
Yeah.
Any time that you freaked out in the first month? Like scared or something? Like any freak out moment as a freshman?
My first like missing assignment, it was in my Old Testament class with Mr. H. But then he was just like really reassuring because it was like the third week.
Okay.
But it was one of those moments where like, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe this just happened, but it was okay.
How, and since we use Google Classroom, and I know you use it at St. Benedict's, but
yeah.
For someone who's never used it, how do you find it? Like, do a lot of teachers use it? Like, what do you do with it?
I think it's very helpful if you have your notifications on.
Okay.
That's what I have to do because then it just like reminds me of like the due date. Like it'll tell me the day before, like if I forgot, it was like, oh, this is due tomorrow. Do you want to turn it in? And I'm like, oh shoot, like I have to do that.
Good job.
But like just having the notifications on is really helpful. And the teachers are like really good at like posting stuff on them. So
how do you see like going from 8th grade to 9th grade? Are your parents more or less involved in your homework?
High school is very more like independent, which was a little scary at first, but then it's like, oh, this is like a huge responsibility, but it's like a good responsibility, if that makes sense. But yeah, my parents are like, they don't check my grades as much. They're like, this is kind of on you now, but it's one of those things they're like, if I am struggling, they'll help.
Mm-hmm.
But you know.
Yeah, it is on the students. Parents, we do send out notifications, but definitely is on the students more once they hit high school.
Yeah.
How was it? I mean, you've done cheer, volleyball, now you're going to do golf. What's it like being a part of a team?
It's super nice.
Okay.
Like the coaches are all like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the teammates, like even if they're like seniors, they're still like really helpful and like understanding of like, oh, they're new.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is their first season with us. But like it's just like a really fun thing to be a part of. Yeah.
What about the house system? Now you knew what house you were going into.
Yes.
But was it still like exciting?
So like I knew since I'm a legacy, like I knew I was gonna be in St. Sebastian, but it was still one of those things of like, oh, I don't know what this all entails. Like I knew the families in the house, but like I didn't know who would be in there or like anything or like what we would do, like some of the games we play, which is still like really fun, just like, oh yeah, like I've not done this before. And it's like a lot of people you get to talk to that you really normally wouldn't, but they're pretty fun, yeah.
Okay. Now you're a day student.
Yes.
So obviously day student, you go home, but you already mentioned boarders. So what's it like going to a school that has the boarding students?
it's super fun.
Mhm.
Like I have a lot of good friends that are boarders. They're just like people that you wouldn't meet if you weren't here, and like they're really awesome people.
Have you learned any new languages?
Oh, I've learned a couple phrases.
A couple of phrases. Maybe we can leave it at that. So you're gonna visit maybe your friends overseas after you graduate high school?
Oh yeah, I'd
Good.
like to.
Awesome. So what advice would you give any of our incoming 8th grade students?
Ooh, be open to do stuff. Find your people also. Like friends are like super important. Do your homework.
Do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework. Yeah, just like have an open mind towards people and like towards your classes and stuff.
Mhm.
Don't just like go into everything saying like, oh, I'm not gonna get anything out of it, because you will, even if you don't like realize it in that moment.
Mhm. What are a couple of your favorite like traditions and stuff that have happened this year?
The retreats are always fun. I always go into them like, oh, these are just a couple days, like, but then they're always like really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Some like the house competitions, those are always fun.
Oh, and she's a dodgeball champion,
Oh yeah,
by the way.
the intramurals are super fun. Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to for your sophomore year?
I think going from my freshman to sophomore year, I'm a little more like relaxed,
Okay.
a little more like used to what I need to do. So it's gonna be a little easier, but I'm also like just excited to have focus on more friendships while I'm doing my schoolwork.
Okay.
Because that's what I kind of lacked this semester or last semester. I was like, oh, I gotta do schoolwork.
You
Like,
still got to do schoolwork.
You still have to, but like it's more one of those things of like I'm kind of used to it now.
Okay.
Of like, oh, I can do this, but now I know how to balance it better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Haley.
course.
Well, so we're back. We had spring break last week, and so now we've started like Haley starting golf. We've got track and field, baseball, girls swimming. Is that it? I think that's it. Because our golf team is really actually a boys season, but girls can play because they're awesome.
Yes.
Powerlifting's not done yet.
We're going to state
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
State in 2 weekends. Family weekend is next weekend. Hopefully we'll see a lot of people on campus for that. This Wednesday night is our University College Fair on campus. So hopefully we'll see everyone there, even if you're a freshman. Yeah. And yeah, so we're back on campus. This is great. And thanks for joining us. And thank you, Haley.
Of course.
All right. Bye, guys.